Welcome back, guys, for another video. What a combination of people in Phoenix, Arizona. We found Keith, and Dad and I just arrived.
Yep.
So we don't actually know where we're going right now. We know where we're supposed to be going, but our Uber driver here isn't following the map. He's sketchy.
Best case.
So
best case sketchy.
See his shirt right there? The El Mirage, the whole land speed thing? That's what we're doing.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Land speed.
So,
land speed. So basically, drag racing is land speed drivers with a short attention span.
That's a good way to put it. That is. So we have flown to Phoenix, Arizona to check. We're going to go to Roger Beckman's house, who has a car that he is willing to let me drive at Speed Week this year.
Oh my god.
So,
what's wrong with this dude?
So I brought the two people that I think need to be there to look at it. Keith, because Keith knows land speed, and Dad, because he knows cars. And then together they know stuff. So we're coming up. Lots of stuff. So today we're here. Dad and I just made a quick trip in. Keith came in yesterday. He'll be here till tomorrow, but we made a quick trip in, and we're going to check out the car and see if it's good to drive, check seat placement, all that good stuff. And then,
so the fun part of that is, like, I have no idea about this car. I've seen the car. We've raced with the guys right next to us. Matter of fact, I really need to stop and buy him some beer because I owe him a 6-pack of Coors Light that we stole from him.
Okay, you should make a stop on the way there. So, we have not done any land speed at all. I've tried to go twice to Speed Week. Dad's tried to go once, and it's rained us out every time. So I've never even got to see it.
Yeah, I hope that's not an omen.
No, I just
coming here to get in a car that's going to go really fast.
Well, this is a 280-mile-an-hour Camaro. So I used to say that I had the world's fastest Camaro, and for years I did. But these guys are like 20 miles an hour faster than me. So, while interesting, my has been.
You know, you're talking about drag racing. I was talking to her. It's like, you know, you don't really blow motors up in the 8th mile, not like we do in a quarter mile. But can you imagine, or you can, but going 5 miles or whatever, wide open throttle on a blown big block?
How about on nitrous on a little 300-inch motor?
That kind of scares me.
70 seconds of nitrous.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
How do you get that much nitrous?
You need a couple of bottles with
Must
nitrogen.
be like welding tanks in there.
Nitrogen purge system or push system. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
Well,
so the deal though is, like, a lot of cars. I know your guy's 55 because I've seen it and teched it a bunch of times, right?
Right.
I've seen this car next to me, but I've never actually looked at it. I've never critically looked at it. I have no idea. It's a race car. But these guys are old drag racers, and they're old heads, so I'm pretty comfortable. We'll at least get a look at it and see what we think. And if it's good to go, what's good to go. We'll see.
So Speed Week is coming up in, like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks? So
we don't even have a motel room.
Oh, good.
So, we're really doing this all last minute, but it's a very cool opportunity. So we've just come out to check the car, make sure, because like he said, he's never looked at it. Dad's always built cars that I've driven, so we're gonna make sure that it's safe and one that it fits, because they have moved the seat supposedly close to where it might fit. Funny enough, Keith came out for Hot Rod Garage to work on our land speed roadster. So we've been doing a lot of land speed stuff this year.
Yeah.
I've been learning, but we haven't taken the roadster out. I was hoping we would do the roadster first and I could license in it and go through all the rookie training, but that's not going to happen. So if this happens, it's all going to be in this Camaro.
It's called out of the frying pan right into the fire.
And it's a crazy opportunity, but, you know, again, we just have to be super, super, super careful and know that we don't know anything about this, so we just have to figure it out.
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Are we stopping for beer?
We are. We're stopping for beer, clearly. Clearly.
I still don't know if we're on the right road. I don't think we're
I'm
following
on
that.
the right road.
Okay.
I know that. I hold this truth to be self-evident.
Okay.
Wrong way, wrong way. I was panicking or something.
I have no idea, woman. You didn't hire me for my knowledge.
You hired me for my sweet ass and something else. That's what what's her name said one time when she had drank just a little too much. Or calculated.
Steering wheel out. Not very hard.
Whatever. Oh yeah.
With the shoulders all the way back, when you grab the trigger, right now it's in low gear.
That's forward.
Right now it's all the way forward, it's in low gear.
It's gonna be a hard reach. I think it would need
I
to
told
be.
her, I was telling her we might have to pull it back forward.
If it was tilted forward, but does that get me out of the?
For what we have it from ours right now, I've moved it up 3 inches, I move it forward 3 inches, but because the headrest is in the top of the cage, the seat is sort of reclined. So we have to take the headrest off, and I told them we're gonna take the headrest off and then bring you forward until you can grab that, and then we're gonna trim the top of the headrest so it'll still go back into the cage.
I gotcha. Okay. Is it okay if I press?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Then they put to it.
If I was.
Another inch.
Yeah, so what I know we can't do it up there, but like I struggle with this a lot even in my own car. And like if I scoot forward, I usually put something behind my lower back. And if I can put some kind of pad back there, it really helps.
So right now your butt's not back, is it?
Yeah, like that would be back like that. And
I would, you know what, it might not be a bad idea. We want to put another clutch pedal stop in it like we had before. I know we took it out for us, but I wonder if we put a clutch pedal stop back in there, just so she knows where she's at.
We did a couple of things with Tanya. We started out putting things on the pedals so that the pedals are a little bit far closer to her.
We can do that too.
And the biggest thing is keeping her head back in the cage.
Right.
You know,
That's why I didn't want to bring it too far forward because I want to keep it back in the road.
yeah, so moving her body, her ass forward is better than moving her head, obviously.
Well, we can right now we're around.
Hey Alex, how cool is that? Is that bad or ass?
I could add more holes here, because right now we're 3.5 inches. I got one more hole would be 1/2 inch or 4 inches. I could put another hole in there, and we could go forward another inch.
I think, so I'm trying to think, if this was,
More reclined, and then.
so, yeah, because you said you can move the headrest.
Well, what we're going to have to do is, right now with it sitting in here, it's up against, it's bound up in here. So
Okay.
as we go forward, as we come up, it tries to recline it more. So we're going to have to trim the top of the headrest.
Okay.
I pretty much figured that we were going to have to do that.
Okay, yeah. I can reach, so like if I was like this, I can reach that right there, assuming that I don't have to go.
Here's your shoulder. Here's your shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. If this was a little bit further forward, like if I
Okay.
was all the way pinned back, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, keep in mind, you're going to be tight in there like you've never been tight before.
Yeah, and they'll check you when they push you off. So.
Right. I mean, that's hard to say. If I was just a little further forward,
Okay.
I think.
We're gonna drill a couple more holes. We're gonna go forward.
Show
another
me the
inch.
switches.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
cool.
can kind of reach what's over there, but I think I could.
Cool. Fun.
So right now, they are getting the seat moved up a little. They mocked it up before I got here, and it was very close, but they're working on that right now. I'll have to introduce you to everybody, but overall, first impression, I'm so excited. So we've already got to go through and look at the car. Lots of nuances to land speed that I am very new to, like adding weight, a lot of weight intentionally. So anyways, we'll talk to them, but we got here, got to business, started looking at stuff. So I'll introduce you to everybody, but and talk about it, but we're really excited so far. Okay, so suited up. We're kind of doing this out of order. You guys haven't got to meet everybody else, but suited up, sitting in here, they've got the seat position where everything actually fits really well. So steering wheel's good. I can reach the shifter over here. I've got it figured out how to do the pedals. The clutch will have a 1-inch block in addition. Brake, gas. So starting to feel like we're going the speed limit.
So when
All right, so we've gone through all the hard stuff of figuring out seats and getting it figured out, but now here's the extra hard part. There's a lot of names to remember. There's a quiz after this, guys. So, hi, let's start here. Hi, Roger. You're the one that started all this nonsense here. It's gonna be great.
I am.
So, go ahead. I'm gonna come over here. Okay. So, would you like to introduce yourself in the car and?
Roger Beckman and half owner with Tim Cox in the car.
Hi, Tim. I'll go back to you. Okay, this is the other half. And how long have you guys owned it? How many years now? 12 years. And how many records between the two of you?
11.
11.
11 or 12?
11 or 12.
A lot.
Who's counting at this point?
Enough.
12 was the NA motor.
Yes.
Okay, it's accomplished car, quite accomplished. Okay, so then, hi,
Hi,
how are you?
good.
Up next on the list, name?
I'm John Hertz, and I'm just here because I like to hang out with nut jobs.
He likes to have a good time. likes to party. Hi,
Hi, I'm Ed Van Scoy, and I just came to enjoy the circus.
he's friends with Keith Turk. Hi, Keith Turk. If you guys know Drag Week, or if you are a fan of Land Speed, you also know Keith Turk. He's the one that'll yell at you.
A lot.
Hi.
Mike Williams, Arizona Bracket Racer, Division 7, and I'm here. I'm friends with Roger, and really just wanted to be a part of getting to meet you guys. Been following you for years,
Well,
so
hi.
I'm here.
like all the Hi,
I'm Dad Taylor.
Dad Taylor. Noted.
You know me.
Hi. You've
Mark
got.
Leonard. I got involved in the car when they first started back in about 2011, and they had me come in and help them with it. So it's been a good time. Been a lot of fun.
And you've done a lot of fabrication on the car.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
He
Okay.
basically helped build it.
But you have you've driven the car on the course and
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
Lots of fun. Okay, so would you mind going through with me real quick what the car is from?
The car is obviously a Camaro. And it's got a ProCharge 548 cubic inch big block Chevy blowing through a 1050 Dominator F3 ProCharger.
That's a lot going on under there.
It is, not much room.
So class-wise, you said when you guys built the car, it actually falls into 3 classes.
Yeah, it'll do classic blown gas coupe, classic blown gas altered, classic blown fuel altered. We've never run fuel in it. It's always been just gas because we haven't needed it.
Right. Okay. And then we will be running in what class when we go to Speed Week?
Double A classic blown gas altered.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double A is the motor size that's over 500 cubic inches, and then classic blown gas altered.
Okay.
And to make it altered, we block off the headlights and the grill in the front.
So then just to switch classes, they were saying that this is Keith. You're kind of noisy over there.
I'm old.
Get in trouble.
I'm just kidding. So that's what he's talking about. So the headlight block off is what swaps it to that class. So that's pretty cool. So something today that we've been going through is you guys moved the seat before I got here. It was very close.
Yep.
Very close. So then today, just got some brackets. These are not the permanent brackets. These are mocked up for the ability to move the seat around today. So I see him through the hole over there. He's gonna make some actual permanent brackets to go in there, but that's really all we have to do, right? You guys have to do to get it ready for Speed Week?
Yeah, and then there'll be a bracket on the back top here that comes back to here.
Okay.
That'll support the back.
So there's going.
There's a block on the clutch pedal.
Oh yeah, and a block on the clutch pedal.
Handicap block.
I'm a little bit short, so I just can't reach it all the way. I can, but I'm just nervous that when it gets there, might be a little short. So, gonna do that, and then it's a very nice car. Even Keith gave it lots of props, lots of compliments. Keith, would you like to come back here? And Dad.
And Dad.
Yeah, you guys can all talk. You don't have to be silent. I told him. I was like, you guys can talk, we can chat, and you should have heard today.
Come back here. Does that mean you?
It's been loud today, and then it got silent when I
You
turned
walk
this
back
on.
here and you immediately
Sorry. No, okay. So Keith, you were saying, because you and Freiberger and Tanya have a Camaro as well.
I
you're
have this exact car. This car is actually built a lot different than mine is, and in a lot of ways it's exactly the same. I mean, our locations and stuff are very, very similar. He's done a really nice job putting it all together. We have put weight in different places, and he's got weight in great places. All the weight's secure, which is my big concern, was where the weight was and how secure it was. So all the extra added ballast is secure. He's got all those equipment's great, top quality stuff. So it's a nice car. It's a safe car. It looks really good. I like the cage. The cage is well done.
It got the pass from Keith Turk.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Better than average. Better than my junk. So
I realize how little we know about racing.
Yeah.
Drag races. It only lasts a few seconds. This is a whole different world.
A very different world. So start a very radical, rowdy car for what I'm used to. And then to think about 5 miles of that, it's going to be a lot. But they said...
Glad it's you, not me. I might be a little nervous in there.
No pressure. They said, though, once you get up there to the line, it all gets quiet. I'm trusting you guys on that one.
It does.
So you were saying weight. It has the potential. It has weighed 6,000 pounds.
With driver.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
There's weight hanging everywhere.
And
It's all down low,
mhm.
which is a plus.
And it's going to weigh around 5,600 when we are out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, so for people that don't know, because they're used to drag racing, lightweight, all that good stuff, would you mind explaining the importance of why so heavy?
Well, unlike drag racing, weight is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And if the car was to ever get turned around backwards, which it has, at 240 miles an hour, it goes into a flat spin
Uh-huh.
instead of lifting. And once it lifts up, that's when things go bad, really bad.
Things aren't good. That's one thing that as soon, when Keith called Dad and then talked to me, he's like, the car will flat spin. And now I am learning that's a very important aspect of this. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But in the event that it did, it's a good car. So.
yeah, car weight's in the right place.
Okay, so we have 2 weeks, and then almost everyone here will be out on the salt. That's exciting. You've not, how long is it, when was the last time you drove it out there?
There, 21.
21.
Garage,
Okay,
May of 22.
okay. It's gonna be a good time.
Roger doesn't look excited.
He is. He's very excited. I can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
can't-
That's excited, Roger.
I can't wait.
I can see it. He actually
Get
is
out
excited.
there, you'll see a different one.
I told you they're not camera people.
You should have seen it. They were chatty Cathy's today, but we'll get them when we're out as a salt. It'll be a different story. So, and then Tim, you said you have not to bring it up, but you said you have a little different driving style. You've spun out a couple times, and it's all good. It's fine, right?
Yeah. I'm confident the car is okay spinning because we've done it. A lot of people, there's no way to
Right.
dynamically test it. We did it not voluntarily, but it happened and
Yeah.
it stayed flat. So
Well, that's one of the things I feel really good about is because obviously the car has been out multiple times. It's proven. So I'm super pumped about it. So you were saying, and Keith was talking, we are going to go through 4 licensing passes, correct? And there was some discussion of if maybe one step could be skipped, but Keith thinks I need, and I'm okay with that, the experience of going from the way the licensing steps go. Would you like
It's
to
a
talk?
process, and the thing is that they've designed this process for a person that's never raced on the salt, that has no racing experience. Roger and I can go to those guys and just say, hey guys, this girl's been 200 miles an hour on a drag strip. Clearly we can erase one of these licensing passes. But then I really got to think about it and just talk to Roger about it. I was like, dude, the problem with that is we're losing Alex's experience to get the opportunity to have the experience of doing the 125, the 150, 175, 200, giving her a shot at doing those licenses as they should be done. And it will follow the SCTA procedures exactly. There'll be no favoritism, there'll be none of that crap. It's just you going doing your thing like a rookie driver ought to. So on the end of the day, when they're done with that rookie orientation and all of that's said and done, when we walk away from Speed Week, in theory, you're going to walk away with a AA license, a 250 mile an hour license, which in practice, I know a lot of us have worked really, really hard to get over a lot of years. Trust me. But the point of it really is, though, you also want to win. The only thing you're ever going to win in this, there's no money involved. There's nothing else. The only thing you're going to win is respect.
Money. Lots of money involved, right?
Yeah, it's our money. It's a one-way trip, and the bottom line is the only thing you're going to win here is respect to your peers.
Right.
And these are your peers.
Yeah, but
These
how
are
much for
people-
first place?
A lot. If you can win the respect of your peers, I'll tell you what, that's all I've ever asked.
All that experience, and I guess Jason Line missed out on all that experience.
Yeah, he just jumped right in and went fast.
How fast have you been? What's your top mile an hour?
177.
177.
277.
277. Okay, I was like,
I want to shortchange myself.
I was gonna say, can't do that. So 277, was that at Bonneville or El Mirage?
Well, we end up with that. So
That's only Bonneville. I'm new here, guys. I'm learning. Okay, so Bonneville, and then you've been
The same.
277.
I have a record at 273 and change at Bonneville that still stands, and then one at 255 and change at Bonneville that still stands.
What's your
That's the
backdoor
record
speed?
you'll be running on.
So I get to go.
What you got at the back end?
277, 276 and some change.
Okay, so I'll be running on your record, and is that the proper terminology for that? Running on that. Okay, and so I have to go 256. Okay, twice.
I went 45 mile an hour in the push truck in
Dang,
the pit.
is that illegal or is that
No,
permitted?
It's not. You got to go under 25.
Oh, so you're a rule breaker. Okay, I like it. You own the record there. Okay, who else have you been? How fast?
236 at El Mirage, 248 out the back door at Bonneville.
Nice.
Qualified me, but we had some problems. I never made the backup run.
Have you been 45 in the pits?
Probably.
Okay.
Pulling the car.
Probably faster now.
Okay, 45.
Dang open.
Don't forget that.
Keith, how fast have you been? Because I know you're dying to tell me.
I'm not actually. After these guys, I don't want to say shit. I got an old Camaro that I've been for 10 years, the fastest Camaro in the world till these jackasses showed up. 261.
261. Okay. All right. So,
Missed Ed.
huh?
Missed Ed.
Oh yeah. Hey. Sorry. How did I miss you? How fast have you been?
240, but that was in a 85 Corvette.
240, 85
Not
Corvette.
this car.
Not quite as
Little,
friendly.
Little small block.
Little small, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jet one small block NA.
Okay. I feel like I've got a good crew around here
You didn't ask
for.
your dad how fast he's been.
Dad, how fast have you been?
Man, no, I'm not even telling you. I feel like a slow guy in here. There's nobody in here slower than me.
Wait, how fast have you been?
144 and a quarter. I'm sure that's slower than the no-go.
I've been 187 or 80 or something in the quarter.
Okay, we'll get you to 200.
Because I never get to drive the car that I worked on.
I'm sorry.
Everybody says, it's time for you to get behind the wheel. He says, don't you want your Duke Club thing? Since you won't let me drive it.
I'd like, dude.
I literally have to rebuild that car. I get it. I drove it. I've only driven that car for like, 20 miles on drag week one time.
That is true.
Because she was so sleepy she couldn't stay awake. And
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
like
this.
this.
You know, shifter, I'm having to do this.
I get in my truck after Tanya's driven it, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't want to do the work that it would require for me to drive the car. I'll just wait till she's done with it, and then I'll drive it.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we have a fun week ahead of us. Got a good crew here for learning the Salt Flat waves, and I'm very excited about it. So I guess I'll be seeing you guys sooner than later.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And when we see them out there, I've heard, legend and rumor is, they're gonna be jumping up and down. Totally different than here. It's gonna be a party. All right. You guys will see more. Meg will come out to Bonneville. And actually be able to record stuff if I don't fall down first on boxes here. But yeah, so Meg will be out there. We'll have the whole process, but we got it started. Okay, you guys can all turn your music back on.
Peace out.
We're done. All right, this video is
At the
coming
light,
at you guys
turn right onto South Gilbert Road.
AC suffering right now, so it's 118 degrees here, and we had to turn this video down, or the air conditioner down, just so you guys can hear this video.
And I'm dying in the back seat.
Mind you.
It's
but we
really
don't
hot.
care.
They don't care up front.
No. We have a little air.
So, anyways, we feel really good about how our visit went.
We do.
Yeah, actually.
I think you're going to be a land speed girl in a couple weeks.
And like I told you, it doesn't really matter how this all sorts out in the end of the day. As we go through it, the process is, are you safe? The car looks to be really, really safe, very well built, incredibly well constructed. Their concepts are good. They've managed it well. They've got weight managed well. So the whole car looks fabulous. And when we last got you in the car and you sat in there by yourself, you actually looked like you knew what you were doing.
I felt good. So Keith went through with me, as well as Roger, and but Keith was
In half a
adamant
mile,
about
turn
making sure
left
we
to
go
merge onto
through
US 60 West.
processes, and that way I can take them home and work on them in my mind, because learning
Come on, Keith.
Is a change in behavior as a result of experience. It's just what you do. I mean,
we did a whole class at lunch. So, anyways, I'll be practicing in my mind, and you feel good about it.
I do. I feel much, much better. You know, when somebody offers something like that, that's a, 285 mile an hour car?
yeah, probably.
You know,
with a decent driver.
It doesn't mean, what are we, like 185?
I'm thinking that's what we got now.
I mean, you know, anybody can make something go fast, but can they go fast and safe at the same time? So, but they have. That car is very well built.
So,
I feel good.
with that said, you're gonna see more of all of us, plus all of them, plus Tanya, plus Mom, plus Matt.
Go
plus
past
Nick,
this light.
plus
Then at the next one, use the left 2 lanes to merge onto US 60 West.
Us at the Salts in 2 weeks.
And Roger and Tim.
Well, that was all of them. That was the group of all of them.
I'm combining them because they actually have value.
Well,
Maybe.
A little bit.
No, it's not, you know, whatever.
all right. Anyways, that is it. That concludes our time in Phoenix with Uber driver Keith Turk.
Yay. And by the way, about my check. Your credit card did not clear. No, I don't want your gum.
Oh, I thought that was a good tip. All right. Anyways, we're out. We'll see you guys out there in a couple of weeks. And as always, be happy, go fast, and stay pretty.
Peace.
Cheers.
Juice?
Cheers.
Juice.
Okay, turn that air back up.
German for hey.
Okay. Bye.